In today's video, let's talk about the importance of being extremely particular when you are choosing your batches and to get into the practice of letting your tip be your guide. Today's video suggestion came from Courtney, who is a viewer on this channel. It's a really important topic, so we're going to dive into it. But first, hi everyone, it's Jen on the go. Welcome back to this channel. If you have subscribed to this channel, I'm speechless. Thank you so much. All I can do is thank you for your time that you give to this channel, for your thoughtfulness and your comments, for your engagement. It really means so much. I am out here just trying to help you guys, keep you motivated with a positive attitude. Working in the gig economy is tough. It's oftentimes rewardless. Gig workers oftentimes are looked down upon, and it's not okay. So I'm here just to help you, letting you know that we're all in this together. We need to learn, we need to stay ahead of whatever is happening out there so we can continue to protect our income. The more we know, the more we will be able to do that, but we can't do it alone. So again, thank you for subscribing, for your engagement, for liking and sharing these videos, because who knows, maybe they will get into the right hands at the right time, meaning Instacart corporate. So I'm here with you guys, I'm here for you guys. If you're new and you just want to receive information regarding being an Instacart shopper so that you can know what's going on out there so you can continue to make money, then you will find value here. I'm keeping it real. I'm an Instacart shopper. I've been shopping full-time, almost full-time since March, and I do it just like you guys. So all you have to do is hit the subscribe button below and the notification bell, and that way you will be reminded when content videos are uploaded, and I do upload consistently every single week. Okay, here we go. Many of you have experienced customers who are in bad form, and what I mean by that is customers who tip bait, customers who claim that their groceries were not delivered, customers who report half of their items are damaged or even 2 of their items are damaged, customers who report they didn't receive some of their items when shoppers clearly have photographic proof. It doesn't matter. Instacart chat support doesn't really side with the shoppers, even though they say they do. They're just not given the authority to help in any type of way whatsoever. If it hasn't happened to you, I hope it never will, but it likely will. I've made a couple videos regarding this topic and what to do to protect yourself. I heard from one of the viewers on this channel, whose name is Courtney. Thank you, Courtney, who asked me if I would make a video about this. And she is absolutely right. I'm going to read you what she messaged me, and then we're going to go from there. Courtney said this: Jen, this needs to be a video. You're right, it does, and it is. You guys, if you simply take customers that leave high percentage tips, your odds of getting a bad rating or missing items are so much slimmer. Here's why. The psychology is, if a customer is willing to tip you high, they're not really worried about a free item. If they wanted to save money, they would stiff you or your tip you for the amount of work involved. If you just take a batch because it meets your goal, your rating is at risk. Yes, there are people who tip bait, but the risk is low. If you are not seeing high tip batches, work in another zone. You cannot control the rating a customer leaves you, but you can control who you take care of. Remember that, everyone. Here's an example. This is a good batch, $40 with a $20 tip. There are 25 items and only 4 miles of driving. The batch is worth taking. It's a low risk batch. The customer is showing you they are low risk by their tip for the amount of work involved. They are showing you appreciation for shopping for them instead of doing something else. This is a bad batch, $45. The customer tip is $10. There are 40 items to shop for, 4 miles of driving. This batch is high risk. Regardless, even if it makes your quota, the tip is low for the amount of work involved. The customer can easily claim a few missing items to get their fees and tip back. Once again, do not risk your rating over a quota, especially if you are 4.98 and above. Yes to all of that she is saying. This is so important, you guys. I hope if you are an Instacart shopper and you are watching this video that you really listen and you really will take your time to study your batches and to only choose batches that are worth your time and choose them based on the tip. Yes, you might say they go so quickly. It doesn't matter. It is worth your time. Your worth means more than anything, you guys. Click on that batch. If you see a 0 tip, do not assume that tip is forthcoming on the other end. Rarely will it be added. And if it is, good for you. And yes, there's always one exception to this rule. I understand that. But if it is a 0 tip, it is likely that these are the customers who are going to justify in giving you that 0 tip. Meaning, if they're repetitively tipping 0 and 0 and 0, they need to make themselves feel good because they're awful human beings anyway. So to do that, they have to state, oh, well, yeah, these grapes are kind of damaged, so good thing I didn't tip her or him because the grapes are damaged. Or, you know what, I just didn't like how those groceries were bagged. It's got to stop. Stop the insanity, but it only stops with you. And when Courtney was stating this, it really registered because there is a psychology that is involved with customers that don't tip or tip low. They are being passive aggressive. They are already identifying issues out of the gate. This isn't about you. This is about them and their serious character flaw. They are telling you who they are, showing you what kind of customer they will be to you based on that tip that was entered in that app. They're smart people. They have the opportunity when they place that order to make the decision to put no tip. They will continue to do this as long as they continue to be serviced. And that's why I'm just pleading with you guys, right along with Courtney and all of the other viewers who have commented, to stop. What concerns me most is that when I look at a batch and I'm in my car surfing, and by the way, you do have to be patient or go to a different zone, as Courtney suggests, but when I'm in my car and I'm looking for a batch like all of you guys, and I see a batch that might even be $20, $25, and it is a 0 tip with like 50 items, I say to myself, there's no way. That batch is going to sit there for a long time because no one will really take that, right? But they're gobbled up like this. That tells me that shoppers are devaluing their worth, and it's not okay. These customers are shouting from the rooftops who they are by showing you their bad character and their lack of regard for your time or your effort in servicing them. It's just not okay. Please, as shoppers, don't justify it, and please don't say, well, in my area, you know, we just have this, the low tippers. Then you guys really need to find a different side hustle if that's all there is. Or, like Courtney suggested, please drive to a different zone. It might be worth your time to do so, but you are worth so much more than a customer is willing to give you. You are borrowing trouble servicing a customer who is tipping you 0. They're already angry. They already don't know. There's no self-awareness there. You do not want to service these customers. Your rating will tank every time. So you guys, please, I'm asking. I really care about you guys, and I just want you to make as much money as possible, but more importantly, to have your self-worth stay high. Do not let these customers belittle you in this way, and that's really what it is. I did have another viewer on this channel who also commented this, do not take poor tip batches. These are the ungrateful people who do not tip well in the first place. I have been a 5-star shopper for months. If you accept a double batch, go to chat and ask them for a breakdown. If there is a no tip or a low tip, you can ask chat support to have that batch removed from your order. and make it a single. All you have to do is say you have a safety concern with that customer. You will still get paid that full amount minus the $2 tip, but who cares? That is, I think, great advice too. First of all, I didn't know that was an option, so I thank this viewer as well for commenting and stating that. I will be doing that. One of the frustrations I have with these no tip orders is if they do sit for a minute on that batch page, Instacart, they want those orders done, so they will feed that into a double or a triple. So now you're working extra harder and they're slipping that sleazeball customer into your batch. So please be mindful of that when you are taking doubles and triples. Likely they're putting a no tip with a tipper, so please just be cautious regarding that. Our character is defined by the way we treat other human beings. And when a customer gives you a 0 tip or an insulting tip, they are showing you their character and the way they will likely treat you. So don't put yourself at risk by giving them that power over you. It's interesting, in reading about the psychology of non-tippers, I wanted to know more about that and why people don't tip. And here are some reasons why they don't, which I find really interesting. Number one, it could be a cultural reason. There are a lot of countries, I didn't know this, that it is considered rude to tip your service. So it could be that people are just not familiar with how tipping works in the United States. That's number one. The second reason could be just an economic issue where there's not enough financial means to add in a tip. The third reason is ignorance. Some customers just don't know that it is customary to at least tip 15%, which is actually the low side. Now it's more like 20% and above, but they don't know. The fourth reason is just plain flat out refusal. No matter how well you are treated, servers are below these customers, and therefore you don't warrant the acknowledgement or the gratitude. Whatever the reason though, doesn't matter. What does matter is your right to refuse that customer. Moving forward, if you want your rating to stay as high as possible and the fraudulent claims against you to decrease, try choosing your batches based on tip amount alone. These customers are sending a message to you, so please listen to them. I want to thank Courtney one more time for bringing this topic up. This is a very important topic because for me, it's all about integrity and self-worth. I believe in all of you guys. I want you to have what is owed to you and what you deserve. You are out there putting yourself at risk. You know how hard it is to make these customers happy. It's hard out there in this gig economy world. So just know your worth, and it all boils down to that again. So let me know in the comments below what your thoughts are about this. I hope they're positive. I really do, because you can't tell me that it's ever right to take a batch without a tip. I can't wrap my head around that. But thank you all. I hope everyone had a great finish to your week and you have a great start to your new week. I will see you later in the week with more content. I love you all. I thank you all, and we will chat very soon. Bye-bye.